Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about three things. First of all, what do the Walmart movie sections look like in the early part of 2024? Second part is they're selling an interesting thing here, which I'll show you in a bit. And then third, just talk about the state of physical media in general a little bit as of early 2024. So first of all, here's just taking a look at one Walmart store. And this is it's pretty, representative of a lot of them, I think. It seems like some Walmart stores have a little more or a little less than others, but this kind of represents what I've seen in, pretty much most stores that I've gone to. So, towards the end of the aisle there, that's kind of where I'm starting is, they kind of just have a lot of random things. There's some like random Disney stuff, Studio Ghibli stuff, just all kinds of random stuff over there. And as we get kind of towards the front, there's some complete series type stuff, movie compilations, and it's somewhat randomly assorted. Honestly, it's hard to tell exactly what their organization strategy is, honestly. But, and also sorry for some of these jumpy clips. I just get a little bit nervous when there's people around, so I kind of had to watch out for not getting people in the frame and that sort of thing. So that's why it's a little bit jittery, so apologies. But again, here we are kind of working the way towards the front of the movie section, which is where the main hallway aisle is. And this is where they have the little new release section. It's no longer an end cap facing the main aisle anymore. It's just within the movie section itself. So that's there. This particular Walmart does have basically like an aisle or not an aisle and a half, but like 3/4 of an aisle devoted to movies. So this section has on the other side some complete series shows, and just kind of taking a look at this SpongeBob 200 episodes set, which is a new repackaging of it for $45, which is a pretty good deal for anyone who doesn't have that. But you've got like Dragon Ball Z and all kinds of other, Full House, all kinds of other complete series TV shows, which I think is a cool thing that Walmart is selling. They also have this Disney Blu-ray section, and this is where I'm going to talk about the second thing, which is an interesting thing that they're selling. So first of all, on top we've got these Walmart exclusive Blu-rays that come with, I think, what is it, an exclusive pin or something? Each of those, you can get a lot of those titles elsewhere, but not with that extra pin or whatever it is. Now here's what's interesting that I discovered that they're selling here is Disney Movie Club exclusive titles. Now, they're not selling everything. It seems like it's just a selection of things, but you can see the Disney Movie Club logo right there. And I was just completely surprised by this. I had no idea that, these were going to end up in Walmart stores, but I guess, once Disney Movie Club announced their closure, they must have sold a bunch of their remaining stock of these over to Walmart to, I guess purge the stock or whatever you want to call it. But you can see that they've got a lot of these. So if there's anybody on the hunt for any of the titles you see here, now's your chance to go get them. And they're actually reasonably priced too. Like this 3-pack with the 2 Fantasia movies and Celebrating Mickey's, just $20. Like that's a pretty good deal, as are the rest of these. And a lot of them are, compilation packs and everything. So now's your chance to go get those. I don't know how long Walmart's going to be selling those. It's like, I have no idea. It might be a kind of quick run until they run out of them, or maybe they have a big stock of them. I mean, they must have a decent stock of them if they're selling them at Walmart, because I would think that they would, want to be able to replenish them for a while if they're offering them in the stores, but I really don't know. So just taking a quick closer look at a few random things here, like some of these really cool Cartoon Network complete series and stuff. There's just a lot of random cool things. Unfortunately, the situation for me is that everything that I basically have at Walmart stores these days, except for when like newer things come out or whatever. But like, a lot of complete series stuff, there's nothing more that I really need to get. So, I don't have the fun aspect of going into Walmart and picking something new up very often anymore. But except for new releases, or if they happen to get some oddities in, I guess you could say that I don't already have in my collection. The one last thing I'll show you here is that this particular Walmart does still have a dump bin, a $5 dump bin here in the main aisle. And so basically I'll just kind of show you a little last minute clip of that, just kind of surfing through it and taking a look at a few random things. It's basically what you'd expect from your $5 bin. There's a lot of junk. There's a few good things like Extremely Goofy Movie hiding in here. That's a pretty cool thing. But otherwise, it's just kind of some random stuff. Some good, some bad. But anyways, with that, I'll move on to the last topic that I wanted to talk about in this video, which is just kind of just a brief talk about the state of physical media in 2024, because 2024 just seems to be the year that everything is going away. And it's still kind of slow, but 2024, it has just been, once one or two places announced that they were going to be ending physical media, a lot of the other ones just kind of tagged along. So Best Buy was the first one that I heard of that decided to no longer sell physical media in 2024. And here we are in March 2024. And there are still some movies being sold at Best Buy stores, at least, that I've been to somewhat recently. But it's hit or miss. Some stores have them, some stores don't. And the ones that do have them, they've shrunk it down considerably. And you can tell that they're just trying to basically slowly get rid of their old stock. They haven't been doing any sales really, and, which is unfortunate, but they haven't been doing any sales. And it's just basically little old stuff that, essentially nobody wants because they're not replenishing it. They're not putting out any new releases or anything. It's just some old stuff. And so basically at this point, there's not a whole lot of reason to go to Best Buy to look at movies anymore, because if you've been there and you've seen what they have, they're not getting anything else new in stock. So get what you want there if your store happens to still sell stuff, and then just you don't have to go in there anymore because they're not going to be replenishing anything. And I don't know when they're going to pull the plug completely on every single store, but at least as of early March, I have been to a Best Buy store that still does have a very small movie section. It's just that you can tell it's on its last days. So we'll see how long. I'm curious to see when their actual last day or week is going to be. I'm not going to know when their last day is because I'm not going into Best Buy every single day, but I try to go in weekly just for the curiosity's sake of see when they're actually going to get rid of that last aisle of movies. But so that was Best Buy. And then I noticed some other smaller stores, like if anybody's heard of Menards stores, which are, large scale hardware stores that are in the Midwest, basically, they had a small movie island that they sold just a small selection of DVDs mostly, but a few Blu-rays, I think. And they've had that for years, and they decided to pull the plug on that. So those are gone from those stores. There was a local grocery store chain by me that used to have a small selection of movies, and some of the stores have purged them and some still have them, but they're kind of getting rid of them. And then the most recent one that the most recent one that I came across was going to a Dollar General and then a Family Dollar, and it seems like they might be getting rid of them too. I don't know for sure what was going on, but I went into a Dollar General, and I think the movies were all half price, 50% off, which is the same thing they did at the Menards stores before they pulled the plug on those. And then I went over to a Family Dollar, and they had their titles, just a small selection for $1, and it had like a while supplies last kind of sign on it. And if I get a chance to go into those stores again, maybe I'll take a quick little video clip. But it's it's really nothing to. That's not super exciting, but just the news is worthy of talking about, I guess, because those two stores may possibly be getting rid of movies. But I'm going to say possibly because I have no idea. They're still selling them at this point. I don't want to, make things up just because something's on sale doesn't mean they're going to discontinue it. But, since a lot of other stores have been doing it, it does raise the question. So Family Dollar and Dollar General are, who knows? Now, of course, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are one in the same. So what does that mean for Dollar Tree selling movies? I know, because obviously there used to be a lot of Dollar Tree movies. Here and there, they'd get just new stock of things and they would sell them, for $1, now $1.25. And usually junk, but occasionally some good stuff. And so I wonder if they're going to stop too or what. I don't really know. I just wanted to basically point out my observation of Family Dollar and Dollar General, just a couple stores that I went to. I don't know how how broad scale that is, but I noticed that there were some sales, and the sales are a little bit kind of like, what's going on here to me? So I guess we'll see what happens with those two. But if anybody is looking for some cheap titles, check out Dollar General and Family Dollar. I guess they might have some deals here in early March. I don't know how long those are going to last or what's going on with that, but it's just something I noticed. Then the last thing, of course, to chat about, and I've made a movie or two about this, is the Disney Movie Club. And the Disney Movie Club has announced their closure. I think I forget the exact date in May now, but it's in May. May 20th or 10th, one of the two. I don't remember. It's in May. Let's just call it May. And then, so they've got basically a couple months left where they're going to be selling stuff. And like I showed you in this Walmart, showing this Walmart here, it's a question mark to know what's going to be happening with the rest of the titles. Now, they've been going out of stock on a lot of their exclusive titles on the website, the ones with the yellow border around them, those exclusives that you couldn't get anywhere else. So it seems like those, once they're gone from Disney Movie Club, and they're, your only option to get them after that is to pay the higher premium to get them on eBay or something, because that'll just be your last resort option, I guess. But it was really interesting to find this small selection of Disney Movie Club titles here at a Walmart. And I've seen them I've been to a couple Walmarts and I've seen them, so it must be a pretty widespread thing. So I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest. It's kind of making me a little confused, I guess, because it's like, well, how long are these movies going to be in Walmart stores? How much stock actually is there of these specific titles? Are there going to be more Disney Movie Club titles that show up at Walmart? Is it going to be... I don't know. It raises a lot more questions than answers to me, honestly. And it's like, does that mean anything for those titles on Disney Movie Club that are selling out? Are any of those yellow border titles going to end up at Walmart? I'm kind of thinking not with those, but it seems like the small selection that they have at Walmart here are titles that have been released previously in a more widespread way, and they're basically reissues of things like, Peter Pan and stuff that's been available widely in stores before, and then it's just the Disney Movie Club exclusive version that was Disney Movie Club, so maybe that's why they're selling them in the stores now. I don't really know. It's a bit confusing, but I don't know. It raises more questions than answers for me, honestly, but I just wanted to make a video and talk about it because I think it's some interesting news for those who keep track of this whole physical media thing going on in 2024. And there's probably going to be a lot more surprises coming down the line as far as, basically retailers and who's sticking with it and who's getting out of the game completely as far as physical media goes, because it seems like 2024 is the year that this is really happening. It's been a really slow, gradual decline so far, but 2024, it just seems like everybody's pulling out of selling physical media at a lot higher rate. The only holdback is basically Walmart here, and of course your smaller mom and pop style shops, which are probably soon going to be the main places you can buy these sorts of things. But Walmart's kind of the last holdout. I mean, Target's got the small selection, but it's very small, and then Walmart's still got at least sometimes like a full aisle, or at least a half an aisle or 3/4 of an aisle, plus some end caps and a dump bin. That's still decent. That's all you really need. And as far as for me personally, what I would want to see in these big box stores is mostly just new releases, honestly. New releases, let's say from the past 2 or 3 months or so. I personally don't need to buy older stuff because I have everything that I want. And if there's something else that I want to get that I don't have, I could just buy that online. But, it's always cool to be able to have the option to buy stuff in the stores. But if there's anything that I could pick that stores could keep above anything else, it would be new releases, so that I can go into a store, physically hold it in my hand, see what I'm getting. I can actually kind of look at the slip covers and stuff and, not get something in, if you buy something online, you might get something in the mail that's got the slip cover all crushed or something. If you can buy it in the store and you can kind of take a look at it quick and, oh yeah, that's in good condition, I'll just buy that. And I'd happily pay a little premium to be able to do that as an option. And, keep the whole movie Tuesday thing going, where you can, that used to be something I did a lot when I was back in, like, say, 2012, 2014, or some of those years around there. It was like, that was, physical media was still in kind of a heyday, and hadn't really started declining yet. So all the big box stores were selling the movies, and I would go to, at the time I was in college, so I would go to some of my classes, and in between classes or after classes, if it was Tuesday, go to a lot of the stores. So it was Walmart, it was Target, it was Best Buy, but then there was also even a few more stores back then, like Kmart and Shopko and things like that. Those were kind of the days for physical media, at least for me. But as far as going to stores and getting those kinds of things. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of rambling on here. But 2024, like I said, seems to be the year that things are just kind of going away at a faster rate than they have been previously at the big box stores. So interesting things, and probably more interesting things yet to come. We'll just have to see how it all evolves. But I just wanted to show you a little bit about what Walmart's looking like here in early March 2024, and fact that they're selling a little bit of Disney Movie Club stuff, and talk about the state of physical media in 2024. So I think we'll wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next video.